Hello, I'm Steve. Welcome to the Patio Heat channel, where we create visual concepts of infrared heating as well as tips for outdoor comfort. Send your request into designs@patioheat.com for a personalized recommendation. Our one-on-one customer support helps you make the best decisions for your applications. We strive to earn your business. Visit our patioheat.com website for sales and more information. Now let's get heating. All right, so here we have this residential covered patio deck. And you can see here we have a polypropylene cover and wooden finished beams going across here. And I believe these are going to be steel beams coming across over here, 3 of them. There are 2 different seating arrangements that I have right now. I have this reclining space over here in front of a fireplace where there will be a TV set. And then also have some bar stool seating back here against the residence wall here and a window. And actually this window does swing out, I'm told, so just bear that in mind. I don't have that set up. Also another bar area over here. Now I don't have the actual measurements of the bar itself, however I'm certain that there's going to be some space between here and here, so this is not centered within the room itself or the distance of the opening here itself. Everything else will be centered within this span here, and then also with this within the span from left to right here, everything centered. This door here I believe is a sliding glass door, so we're not worried about it coming out into the patio deck area, but if it does swing out, that's something that we will need to look at in the future. Anything else? Let's go ahead and look at the overall dimensions. So overall dimensions I have here at 30 feet by 20 feet. And the bottom edge of these beams going across here, which I believe are 2x8s, 2x10s. I'm not quite sure about that, but in any case, that's not that important. I have that at 8 foot off the finished floor to the deck itself. You can see the fans here. I have these at 4 foot 8 diameter, and this one over here I have at 10 inches down from the top. And then this one here, we were talking on the phone actually with this client, and they mentioned that they might want to place this a little bit higher. So I think I have this at maybe a 3-inch higher depth, so 4-inch actually. So just bear that in mind. Now, based on some information that I received, we probably won't have to worry about that. Maybe not much. We'll take a look at that in just a few minutes. Let's see if there's anything else. Also, the distance between each one of these, I'm going to call them ceiling joists at this time, we have at 16 inches from center to center. So what does that give us? A clearance in the center of these at about 14 inches. So just bear that in mind. That's not going to affect the application as well. Anything else? I think that's about it. Okay, so for my recommendations, I'm going to go ahead and turn off these dimensions at this moment. And the recommendations I would have would be simply to take the SlimLine 4,000 watt units. Actually, I'm going to state that over here, 4,000 watt units on this side. And on this side here, 3,000 watt units. Or if you're going to go with a dimmer system, you can use this as a 4,000 watt unit, and I'll mention why in just a second, how that might be helpful. But if no dimmer is going to be used, then 3,000 watt would be my preferred application, based on the fact that this is bar stool seating height, so you're going to be approximately about a foot higher to the heater surface than you would be over here, and so that intensity is going to be a much greater for that unit to be on top of you. So that's why I'm saying a 3,000 watt unit would probably be more beneficial. Now the drop here that we're talking about, the fan, also as we spoke on with the client, we had mentioned that this being in the center, maybe these ceiling joists aren't exactly where they're going to be, but let's just say that they are going to be, the fan is going to be in the center. And each heater has a clearance that is above the unit at 6 inches, and then below the unit is going to be 18 inches. And you can see that I placed this unit right here. It matches the center of the joist going across here, and we are meeting the clearances based on that dimension if it's in fact true. Now on this side here, I didn't meet those clearances, so what I did was I moved the heater from this edge of where the fan is going to be 18 inches over to this edge of the heater. And then what I decided to do is to take a block and use a block to actually mount the unit. I'm sorry, I don't have the blocks in the right location. Let's go ahead and just move those real quick. But these blocks would allow you to, let's just go with approximately an inch here, an inch and a quarter. These blocks would allow you to mount the unit on this ceiling joist. So you'd put a screw through here, and then the screws into here, and possibly even into the ceiling joist itself. But that way you can accomplish that clearance that you're looking for, 18 inches. So let's see if there's anything else. So the heaters are, again, centered within the room itself, and the distance apart from each other that I have them at, let's go ahead and pull that up here. I think I have that. Okay, here we go. 8 foot 1 3/4 inch center to center on the heater, and that should give you a pretty good coverage. And let's go ahead and look at that coverage here. So the coverage that I'm looking at, I'm going to turn off these clearances. The coverage I'm looking at, you can see there's a slight space here that you're not in the actual footprint of heat. So this is infrared light waves. This is actually, if you consider it like a light fixture putting down a beam of light, this is infrared light, which is absorbed into the human body in mass, tables, chairs, floors, etc. And that warmth, you just like if you were sitting into the sunlight, you would feel the infrared light wave of the sun. And if you are in the shadow of a building and half your body is in the shadow and half of your body is out of the shadow, you're not going to feel the beam of light cast upon you completely. So air temperatures do not change in environments like this on the outdoors. So if you superheat the air out here, all that air is going to do is just to rise and evacuate into the atmosphere. You're not going to feel any difference in the air temperature itself. So you really want to be in that beam. And so if you look over here, you can see that, you know, the chairs over here, they're not in the ideal amount of heat. So if we actually move this out, so you're not actually sitting right up against the countertop here, and I don't have the true distance of the countertop. I think I have it at 6 inches right now. But you can see here now we're getting closer to being inside of that beam of light. And so that's why these heaters would probably be a little bit better if they were a little bit further to the right in this case. Maybe moving everything over, shifting everything over to the right if this is truly an important place to keep warm. But if you were sitting in this chair, your body would be a little bit higher and out of the preferred and ideal amount of footprint of heat. So now infrared light does bend and stretch as it carries on in distance, and so there will be some light waves that you actually do feel in this area. However, it's not going to be adequate enough for most people. So now the last thing I want to bring up is possibly having a table here in the center, and you can see here with using a 3000 watt unit here, that would not be hot enough for at least this side here. We're not going to be able to heat up this location over here unless we put additional units in somehow. Maybe one going across this edge over here, going parallel with this cross beam would be sufficient, or possibly placing it on this side here, pointing it straight down, and you'd get a better coverage for that. So all right, well, I hope this has helped. If you're looking for some assistance with your outdoor heating application and you would like us to review your plans, please send your information into designs@patioheat.com. I'm Steve. Please tap that like button if you find this video useful and helpful. We don't advertise, not monetize. YouTube does not promote our channel in any way unless we receive a thumbs up from our viewers, and others will find us just like you did. Thank you so much. Have an excellent day.